This is ChartPort MD. ChartPort MD is a cloud-based solution for healthcare professionals to have easy access to their patient health records. The goal of the application is to minimize the time that healthcare professionals spend doing paperwork, which will allow them to spend more time seeing their patients and solving critical problems today. So here on the front page, we have a little bit of information about our mission, which is basically to minimize that time, and a little bit about the features that are available in ChartPort, including the ability for healthcare professionals and administrators to have accounts, for every professional to have access to their patient records, to include hospital registries, and to have safe data encryption within our system. Up here at the top is our user portal with the ability for administrators and doctors to sign up to our system. We are going to log into an account I already have set up for a doctor. So once logged in, every user in the system gets access to their dashboard. Here on a doctor's dashboard, they have easy access to patients that they've seen in the last 24 hours, the ability to easily add a new patient, or to search their database. And up at the top, as you can see, they have access to a navigation bar that provides access to get to any point within the system that they need, including the ability to add patients and search through them. So we can go ahead and see a patient's show page here. This gives all the information about the patient that the doctor could need, including their date of birth, their phone number, the ability to edit any of this information. And also down here at the bottom, we have access to the notes that a doctor created about the patient, perhaps after a checkup. We also have all the medications that have been prescribed to this patient. If you scroll over the medications, you can see this information window pops up and shows information about the prescription itself. In the event that a patient can't see their normal physician, perhaps either of them are out of town or there's an emergency or something like that, we can come up here to the Patients tab and go down to the Import Patient UI, and we can see medical records that belong to other doctors and allow and import them into our own records so that we can easily modify them and have access to it. So if we come here, we see that there's a patient named John Smith who is being taken care of by Test Doctor 2 in our system. If we come down here, we see that some notes and some medications have been created for this patient. We don't have access to modify any of that or create new ones, but we can import the patient. Doing so, that patient record has now been transferred to our database, so we can return to our dashboard, and we see here down at the bottom that we now have access to John Smith's record. It now shows us as the current physician on top of the primary care physician of Test Doctor 2, and we can now add notes or prescriptions to the patient. Up here at the top, we also have access to the hospital registries. So we can search through all the hospitals. The only one in the system is our test hospital, which I labeled after the Purdue Student Health Center at my University of Purdue. So we can come in here. There's currently an issue with geolocating based off the encrypted data, but after a quick reload of the page, we can see that we now have access to a Google map of where the hospital in question is. We can see at the top that we are registered to this hospital, so we can view the registered doctors of this hospital and see that both the doctors in our system are currently registered here. We can also go to our own page and see that we are registered to the hospital itself. Only system administrators have the ability to create hospitals, and on the other side of that, only doctors have the ability to access patient records. Another neat feature within ChartPort is the ability to export JSON, which is an easy way to pass data between our application and others. So this would allow data to be sent through the entire GE Health Cloud or to other versions of ChartPort if we were to expand out to other types of healthcare professionals, perhaps dental or eye care or anything like that. So this is a easy way for that data to be transferred internally to other parts of the healthcare cloud. Thank you very much.